Over the last few months, I've had a lot more people asking me about investing and what to invest in. So without further ado, I give you Investing Simplified, my 3 fund holy grail for the lazy investor. Taking up a whopping 65% of our fund, we have QQQM. QQQM is an ETF. Think of an ETF like a big basket that holds tiny pieces of some of the most famous companies like Apple, Google. Instead of buying just one company, you can buy this whole basket and own a little bit of all of them. Here's a breakdown of the ETF. It shows the sectors it's in as well as the top 10 companies that it holds. Currently, the top 5 are Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, and Broadcom. Currently, the top sector is technology, taking up 52.42%. What's cool about an ETF is it updates automatically, so you don't actually have to keep up with any news in the market or anything like that. It allows for you to keep up with current trends as well as get rid of companies that might be facing things like bankruptcy or big lawsuits. It also offers diversity that would just be way too hard to even try and keep up with on your own, along with being managed by some of the top analysts, so that way you don't ever even have to look at buying or selling any stocks. Next up, we have VXUS, which is basically the same thing as QQQM, except for it tracks companies outside of the US. VXUS is an ETF all the same, with some of its top holdings in financial services, tech, and industrials. The reason we use VXUS is to gain exposure from outside of the US. It allows for us to take advantage of foreign and upcoming markets and different economies. And if the US economy were to ever crash, we don't have all of our eggs in one basket. Our last ticker is BND. BND is like a basket full of loans that the government and big companies promise to pay back with little extra money called interest. It's a safe way to grow your money slowly and it's great for balancing risk in your investment. Think of BND as our anchor. It's our safest investment and by far the least volatile. It allows for us to make a modest return most of the time between 3 and 7% on the high end. Unlike the other two, BND is consistent. It doesn't fluctuate often and it normally always promises a gain. This particular allocation is kind of targeted for somebody on the younger end. If I were a tad bit older, I would increase B&D to probably closer to 30 to 40%. I would decrease my stake in QQQM to allow for a more stable return. The only reason I bring this up is just to say that everybody's goals and risk tolerances are different. This is not a one size fits all. It is a very well-rounded portfolio that would be great for anybody to get started investing. And you don't need some crazy amount of money to get started. You just need to get started. It's kind of like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. You can get started today using my link below for Robinhood, where we both get a free stock if you sign up. If you did like the video and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.